Name game.
We had to start early, everyone. We had to start early because Volpez put some fighting words in the chat, which was that I don't need all the stuff that I'm carrying when obviously I do. I mean, come on. Of course I do. Hey, everybody. How are you all? Hi. Hello, I am Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole, and it is a Thursday, and I have not been able to stream for a couple of Thursdays because of a secret project, and I also have not been able to stream on Saturdays because of Tales of the Brinkwood, which is a Brinkwood campaign that I'm currently in, and also the secret project. But this week, since it's holidays, I get to do both. I also have a lot of, we're playing The Long Dark, by the way, also known as Hernias and Hypothermia. So I have, it's been a while, and I've got a lot of news to share with you, which we will totally do while we are walking through the tundra in The Long Dark. Not all of those whomst wander are lost. Thank you, Roller. I have so much to share with you. There's a lot that I want to share with you. And some things I'll share now, some things I'll share later. You don't know. I don't know. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it is. Look, okay, so. However, first things first. I think you know. I think you know. Note. Okay. The name game. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fan, or info. Then I say the name again with an F very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Hawkeye, 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 bo Buckeye, banana, fana, fo fuckeye, fee, fi, mo mock guy. Hawkeye, the name game. Thank you so much for that resub, Hawkeye. Hey, everybody. Wait. Everybody. Yeah. So, rock your butt. Backstreet's back. All right. That's what that song is. I was like, wait, there's a song. Right. That's the one. Hey, everybody. Hi. How are you all? Oh, I'm so excited. Shakalaka. Okay, Roller, now you make me think of Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure. No, Pee Wee Herman, the TV show, his regular TV show, when they would call Jambi, the genie, Mecca Lecca Hi. When Johnny would do that, Jambi would do his like magic words. Mecca Lecca Hi, Mecca Heiny Ho, Mecca Lecca Hi, Mecca Chani Ho. And that was the whole, hey, I'm old. Did you see the trailer for Spinning Gold that dropped yesterday? I did not see it, but I should. Yes. First RPG distraction. Any thoughts about the new version of Taslantia Kickstarter? We're getting the original from the public library in the late 80s. Mecca like a high. I have not seen the Kickstarter. Vulpes, would you drop a link so that I can pull it up in a tab? Because if I don't have lots of tabs, I feel like I'm failing. And right now I'm using, so I have 3 different browsers, right? One browser where I try to put all my academic stuff, one browser for like all my RPG stuff, and then the third browser, which has no tabs open, which I use when I'm streaming. So I currently have that one and it has no tabs on, which is a real bummer. So if you gave me a tab, then I could add that tab to this browser. Yours was more from NBA Jam. Boom, shakalaka. No, that's fair, Roller. Prax says, I put it in the medium using... Oh, yes, and I will look at it. No problem, they're doing it as a D&D 5e base now. Oh, that's interesting. So, Prax probably has some thoughts about this, and I have not actually done... Oh, by the way, what I'm going to do right now, since we are here, is I'm going to just bring us over to the game so that we have it. And I remember we have color correction for this one, but I'm going to just bring us over so that we can wander and chat about the things. Also, let me know how you feel about the volume, because I have a fader and I can control it for you. The Kickstarter for Pugmart 2.0 comes out in January. Ooh. So the current there's so many things to think about, right? There's so many things to think about right now that I don't even know what to say. The new OGL for D&D has dropped, or at least it has been leaked, or parts of it have been leaked, or there have been some things have been, oh, that's right, I'm hanging out over here in a small house. I'm hanging out over here in a small cabin where we are trying to find a... So there's a new OGL for the new D&D 1. And I've heard lots of rumors, and apparently N-World had an article about the new stuff, some of the new things. I've heard a lot of rumors about what the new D&D 1 OGL will be like. This N-Word article said that you can use the new one or the old one. So I don't know what that's about, what it means you can use either one, because the new one seems to have a lot of things involved, which include... seems to have, but look, a lot of things seem to be rumors. I mean, or unclear. The actual OGL, I don't feel like has really been dropped. Anyway, there are things like if you make a certain amount of money, over a certain amount of money, then you have to pay them money. There's also like you have to like register how much money you make using D&D products with them. I don't know. What I'm saying is that there's a lot of like. There's a lot of rumor and discussion, and I would be very, very interested in remembering what the commands are for this game. Nope, that's not it. I don't want to run. Okay, how about this one? Sure. Anyway, if you have thoughts, I would love to hear them. Also, how about no? How about no? How about yes? I'm just trying to remember what the controls are for this game because I don't remember because it's been a while. Travel to the mine and locate the detonators for Mathis. Cool, 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 cool. We are in this cabin is where we are. There is a person to rescue over here, which we have to find that worker, but we're quite far away because we've been in trouble. So we're trying to making our way all the way up here and then eventually over here. So I don't know how much shelter we're going to find between here and all the way up there. It doesn't look great, but I figure we can just start walking. We don't have shoes or a jacket. We don't have shoes or a jacket. I thought I'd share some information with you that we don't have shoes or a jacket. And it is also very cold right now. That's not optimal. Well. Let me go here for a moment and see what people are saying in chat without time passing. Yeah. It has been announced, but no actual language for the license itself. Roller says, I watch other Long Darkers. They prefer to challenge themselves in various ways. Prax says, no, that will be totally wrong. The new license will inherently replace the old license. Trooper, basically you want me to do a talk about licensing and what the OGL actually is and is not. You probably, I imagine a lot of people probably would find that useful. Hold on, let me see if I can find this thing. Here you go. So this was the article in InWorld that had the information. It's okay, but you can carry shoes and jacket. That's okay, I promise. I'm just saying I don't have one right now. And what am I going to do about it? So it says here, yeah, right, according to the announcement, in short, they'll be producing a new open gaming license. Note that the previous OGL 1.0A will still exist and can still be used. However, for those who use the new OGL 1.1, which will be released early 2023, there will be some limitations added with regards the type of product which can use it and possibly controversially reporting to WotC your annual OGL-related revenue. They are also adding a royalty for those third-party publishers who make more than $750K per year. Interestingly, only books and static electronic files like ebooks and PDFs will be compatible with the new OGL, meaning that apps, web pages, and the like will need to stick to the old OGL 1.0A. So, right, that was like part of the, and it has like apparently some of the FAQs, or it seems like there was sort of an interview or something that's all in there. So, in the announcement that WotC made, their bottom line, their TLDR was, the OGL is not going away. You will still be able to create new D&D content, publish it anywhere, and game with your friends and followers in all the ways that make this game and community so great. The thousands of creators publishing across Kickstarter, DM's Guild, and more are a critical part of the D&D experience, and we will continue to support and encourage them to do that through One D&D and beyond. So, yeah. So there's more details in there, but I have not had a time to read it. I have not had the chance to read it. This is wrong. So wrong. Please don't let her stop. That's not even what is in the announcement. Yeah, that's what InWorld said. So, I don't know what that means, that they're two different, yeah. So I don't know what all that is about. I don't know what it's about. But there was a thing though. This is wrong. So wrong. Wait, Prex. This is wrong. So there's a song. It's wrong. So wrong. What song is that? It's wrong. So wrong. What song is that? There's a song. Please don't let her stop. Most people don't know the legal implications of language found in licenses like the OGL. If you could provide a legal breakdown of the implications, it would be appreciated by many people. I think unstable, Prax, I think unstable Deus is probably correct. You should do a stream where you talk about it. Sounds like they're trying to figure out a way to keep track and get royalties from people. Yeah. Interworld is just not understanding what the law is. I would be happy to speak about this, but this is a long-form discussion and writing out would be more difficult. No, you should do it on your stream. Do a stream where you talk about it. I want to hear it. See, we twisted Prax's arm. We made her do a stream, and then she said she'll do a stream. And I feel like you can see our amazing skills because we were able to convince her, even though it was very difficult to do so, to do this stream. Okay, so we're here. We want to head... do we have enough food? Hey, how are we doing with food? I know we're not doing okay with shoes. If I had deer skin, I'd make deer skin boots and pants. There's so many things I would make if I had things. I want to head north. Oops, that's not what I want. I want to head north. So which way is north? Ooh. I do not like my lack of clothing. You know what I mean? Makes me feel not great. Also, do we have food? Because I would kill that animal over there and take its food. Where are we at with food? Let's do a quick check. We have a lot of food. We're good. I feel like we're okay with food. Let's hope that this is north. Y'all, okay, so north is actually this way. Ooh, gosh, I'm a little unsteady on my controller. Sorry about that, folks. We're going to head north and hopefully not... let's just drink some fluids. We need shoes. It's a moose. It's a moose. I say this as someone who made an effort to learn open source licenses and is painfully aware of how lacking most people's knowledge of the limitations of them. What I think is also tricky, and this is something that I know that Prax has mentioned, not the specific thing I'm about to say, but Prax has said a thing, and what I'm going to say is like adjacent to what Prax has said before. There are things that are not copyrightable. For example, rules mechanics are not copyrightable. And you can't copyright rules mechanics. Apparently that is not copyrightable. So there are a number of SRDs and like gaming licenses that say things like, we allow you to use our mechanics because we've given you special permission to use the mechanics of our game. But my understanding is that those things are not copyrightable in the first place. And sometimes people make licenses that may try to claim rights that they don't have in the first place. Like that might grant you permission for something that you didn't need permission for. But I imagine it's about normalizing. Either they don't know, or they're trying to what do you say it? What's the thing? They say this about fair use. If you never defend fair use, the public domain, right? If you never defend public domain, then you don't have public domain, right? So if you can convince people that you need permission, this happens actually quite a bit. If you can convince people that you need permission to do X, which you actually don't need permission to do, and everybody then gets permission to do X, then functionally that becomes the reality. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, there seem to be some gaming licenses which are claiming rights that are not necessarily theirs to withhold or grant. And it will be interesting to see I'm getting cold, what will happen with all of that. And I'm getting cold and very quickly because of the lack of, shoes, I suspect. But you can cover the term you use, evidently. Mm-hmm. See MTG in the term tap that they have successfully sued over other games using. Hey, Ice Bunny. Yes. Hey, Schmelzer. Both of y'all. Hello. Okay, but Trooper, public domain is not fair use. No, those are two different things. Fair use is an affirmative defense, but it is an acknowledgement that copyrights do exist. Public domain works at the job of any protections. Yes. 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 And the thing is, there's a thing about, like, because there's like the Music Library Association is really big on this, that there's this big concern that people are just not defending fair use because it's easier just not to. And so there are things that have traditionally been under fair use. If you look at the 4 factors, would fit under fair use. And people are not defending fair use. And there's a lot of concern from library associations that people would just rather just give them money rather than sort of claim fair use. And that is eroding fair use, right? So there is concern about people just giving in rather than defending fair use. Yeah. And what's really interesting about this, if one of those licenses was challenged in court and it was found to have such invalid clause in it, would the entire license be invalidated? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. And it's apparently AI bots who copyrights to the wind. Well, we'll see how that goes. And look, tired. So there's like a whole thing, right, about it would depend. The classic Lawrence is, but the accurate answer is in this case. I'm going to start a fire. Why? Because I'm cold. Let's do this. Let's start the fire. It's a little bothersome that I am so cold that, I have to start fires regularly. I think the next time I start a fire, I should start a fire by some wood so I can chop wood while the fire is going, Let's see. Let's throw in some... Oh, I was supposed to use Let's throw in some fur. Ooh, fur burns a long time. Awkward. Maybe not the best, but you know what we can do? We can maybe cook something. I don't know if we have anything we need to cook, but if we did, we could... we don't really have anything... I don't want to make water because we're already a little over encumbered. I'm a little hungry, my guy. Why don't we make some tea or something? We could maybe do something like that. We can, look at us. We don't have a lot of stuff going on here. Yeah, we don't have a lot of stuff. I want a wolfskin coat so bad, y'all. I want a wolfskin coat. I want to make a wolfskin coat and just wolves in your face. Let's eat food. Let's eat. I'm gonna eat some food. I'm gonna see what's happening in chat while this food eating is taking place. Let's like a little, just, yeah. All right. Hey, Artie, things are going well. So what I was going to say was, you know what we could do? We could cook some water. I think if we cooked water, it'll be warm, and I think we'll get a warm-up bonus if we drink the water that's hot, is what I think. I think that's a thing. Yeah, so this is like and what's really interesting, by the way, about will this give us a warm-up bonus is my question. Maybe it will. It looks like it does. So a wolfskin pillbox hat, now that would be nice. So here's a really interesting thing, especially about music. They're like Sony, BMG, some of these big houses will say, hey, pay us for, for this work of art. But they may not actually own it, because a number of these big conglomerations have bought up so many companies, and they often don't know if they actually own something or not. So they just tend to claim that they've owned various, we're talking, right now I'm talking specific about songs from the teens, like the 20s, 30s, 40s, a lot of these earlier songs from back in the day that they may or may not have gotten through acquisition. So there's a bunch of stuff that they may or may not have gotten through acquisition. And they don't know, and they often don't have proof. Also, there are some fires, right? So there are a bunch of things that they might have copyright for, or they might not have copyright for, and really, they don't know. But they know they have good lawyers, and they have better lawyers, right? And if they just say, hey, this is ours, you should give it to us, like you owe us money, people will often just not challenge them, right? So they're getting, because somebody did a thing where they said, well, can you prove that you actually owned this one random song? And it turned out that they couldn't. So this is apparently a thing that there are a number of pieces of music, especially before World War II, that they will just say that they own, but they may not. And I think a lot of times they will rely on people just not challenging them, right? As long as people, like, if they say, hey, you owe us money for that, and you say, oh, okay, and you give them $100 or whatever it is, then it's fine. But of course, the thing is that people, public domain is public domain is before 1923. If it's after 1923, it is not in the public domain, unless it was done by the government. Like, there's certain government things that would count, but otherwise it is not. There's some other random things because of weird grandfather clauses. Some things after 1923 are in the public domain, but it's a little bit unclear which ones, because we've extended laws and some things fell into public domain and they don't fall back. Like, there's you have to sort of check a lot of specific details, which is irritating. But the thing is, these are major companies with very expensive lawyers, and they will often go after small people, and for those small people, it's often just easier to just give them money than to go to court, and that is very convenient for them. But a number of library associations are very concerned about the trend of the path of least resistance, which they say will just overall erode fair use. So there's a concern amongst a bunch of academics about, oh gosh, wolves, about what this will mean, So that is a concern. Hold on. Let me get my cursor. The short of its copyright laws can go die in a fire. Yeah. Do you not have something like Gemma where you pay a fee and you can use it to your liking? Yes, we do. We do have those fees. But the thing is, Ice Bunny, there are instances where you should not have to pay. And we have something called fair use, which outlines it's not a law, it's a defense. So if somebody sued you, you can say, hey, this is fair use. And there's 4 factors. There's a whole bunch of factors that fall under fair use. Things like parody, transformation, commentary, education. And then there are factors like, will it confuse brands? Will it impact their bottom line? There's all sorts of things in there that are part of the thing. But there's long-standing understandings that, for example, playing music in a classroom is fair use, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There are a lot of things that sort of fall under fair use. However, it is, again, not a law. It is a defense, but because people know that this is fair use, people often will not challenge you on what is sort of generally understood to be fair use. Excuse me again. I'm going to have to pull out light and come on, light. Nope. Too slow. Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Oh, my clothing was torn. That's bad. Okay, excuse me for one moment. I'm going to have to make a fire, and I'm going to need to make it right now. Go, 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 fire, 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 go, fire, go, fire, 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 go, fire, go, fire, go, fire, go, go, fire, go, fire, fire, go, fire, go, fire, go now, fire, fire, go, go, fire, 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 don't die, fire. Okay, and add fuel. I have no more. Okay, fur, go, 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 add fuel, go, add fuel, add fuel. No, it's too windy. What? No! No! What do you mean it's too windy? No! Okay, that's bad. That's bad, everybody. I just want you to know that it's too windy to sustain the fire. I don't like it. Okay, come on, just wind die down. Well, that's bad. Okay, I've got, 6 minutes? Okay, well, here, we're gonna pull out this rifle, and I'm gonna aim, and I'm going to... I don't have any bullets. Okay, great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So great. So good right now. I'm really excited by it. Come on, reload faster. Reload faster, everybody, because there are wolves. Come on, come on. Great. Can I add fuel? Come on. No, I cannot add fuel. This is bad. Why? Why is this my life right now? Well, it's not good. I just used... Oh, golly, gee willikers. Well, so we're in this place, and that's going to mean that we're going to start one of these. We're going to have to do it this way. By the way, I have no shoes. I'm walking around with no shoes, and I just want you to know it. And we're going to try to get the wolves to leave me alone while we're going to just try to walk past them. You know what I mean? We're going to just try to walk past all of these wolves. All of them is while we're losing heat very, very rapidly yes, Ice Bunny, I am... Now, Ice Bunny, I will note that I am streaming every Saturday. It's just that I'm not always streaming on my channel. I have been recently streaming Tales from the Brinkwood, an RPG, over at Balrog 1911's channel. But that is off for the next 2 weeks, so I will be streaming on my channel The Outer Worlds, starting at noon on Saturday for this week, and also next week. Although... we have, I have some, there may be a surprise. You'll just have to see. You'll just have to see. There may be surprises that I cannot confirm or deny. So, yes, there are always organizations that will take your money for the ability to do anything with music, but sometimes paying them may not be for the greater good. If, just I'm saying to you. Let me see. We're going to keep walking, and this storm is outrageous.
I can't feel my feet.
I know you can't feel your feet. I know. You have no shoes on. We're just trying to get ourselves in a place where maybe we can start another fire. We're going to need a windbreak pretty soon. And also there are wolves. And this is outrageous. People, do you see what I'm seeing here? Let's see. Fine, I know what I'm doing tomorrow during the day. Let me see what this is. Let's see. To the wolves of the music companies. I know. We need a windbreak is what we need, and we are now in a hypothermia risk.
Freezing.
I know you're freezing. I do know this. I am aware. We're going to have to see if we can start a fire here. I do not like the lack of... Oh. Sure. Okay. We're gonna start a fire using this lit flare. I have to save. With that reload speed, you're never gonna make the mad minute. I know, right? You mean the surprise that was already announced? Okay, no, we're gonna try again. This is not great. Let's try with... Oh, we don't want this. We want... we're going to try with this, and I have some accelerant. So we're going to go with this flare, because I don't want to put the flare down.
Are you serious?
Oh, come on. Okay, this is not great.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
Look, I know you have to relax for a moment. This is not the best. I had a really, oh, give me a second. Torch, accelerant, not gunpowder, lamp oil. Let's do it. Start a fire. Go. Start a fire. Okay, and then add fuel. Okay, all right, we're here. This is great. We're not dying. I mean, I don't like our situation, but here we are in the midst of badness. And I'm going to try to kill this wolf, and then I'm going to see what chat has to say. Yeah, the minute you aim, they run away. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like so irritating. Ugh. Let me see what chat has to say. It's so, like, all up in our business. I do have to save, and I'm going to save once I finish drinking.
Somebody's watching me.
Oh, I always feel that somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Whoa, I always feel that somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? Ba-da-dum-ba-bow. Hey, who gave me a follow? And also, who gave me a follow? Hey, DJ Hannah Rad. Oh, everybody, I have an announcement that I wanted to tell you, and it is related to our very own DJ Hannah Rad. So, here's the thing. This is an announcement I want to give you all. So, on the 27th of December, which is a Tuesday, between the 27th and the 28th, DJ Hannah Rad is doing a 36-hour stream, a charity stream, for 36 hours straight, and it's going to be exclusively her reading Milton's Paradise Lost, the entire book, in Latin. This is not true. She's not. It's a massive stream with a bunch of different guests coming in, and I'm going to be one of those guests, and I'll be doing a 2-hour block starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday, 4 to 6, 7 to 9. And we're going to do an interview, and then I'm going to have an hour and a half to do some excitement. And I think if I can I'm going to go and work on trying to get my brand new audio interface put up to see if I can go and demonstrate some analog synthesizer stuff for you all and talk about, to talk about Wendy Carlos and this trans woman who's like a really, really important composer for electronic music. She did Switched on Bach, a bunch of stuff, but we'll see if we can get that audio interface sort of going and have that go for you all. But anyway, it's going to be a big, huge charity stream on the 27th, and DJ Hannah Rad has invited me to go beyond there, and I'm really excited to do that, and it's gonna be cool. So, right? DJ Hannah Rad, how are you? I hope you're doing well. We are playing The Long Dark, but we're kind of dying. Well, we're not dying. We're just not doing well because wolves want to kill us. You know, it's a thing apparently that wolves are into. They apparently like murder in ways that I find to be inappropriate and rude. So, I don't know what else to do about that. What, DJ Hannah Rad, what were you streaming? What were you streaming before you got here? Were you doing something exciting? Were you DJing? How were you doing? By the way, before you walked in, we were talking about fair use and the ways in which large corporations encourage people not to do fair use, and then of course if you don't use it, you lose it. So we're talking about fair use a little bit, and right as an academic, that has been a bit of a thing because there's always been a long-standing precedent that if you make a musical example or you quote a few lyrics, you don't need to pay them huge amounts of money to do that. That's just like fair use for academic purposes. But a number of presses are getting nervous and they're like, oh, we don't want to deal with it. And so just because here's the thing, I don't know if you know this, audience, I don't know if you know this. When I write a book, an academic book, for an academic press. If I have to get permissions for something, like if I want to use a photograph of a painting or the entire set of lyrics of something, I have to get permissions. And the person who gets the permissions would be me, not the press, and the person who pays for the permissions would be me, not the press. So if I write an academic book, I have to pay for all of the permissions, and also it's an academic book, so I probably will not earn any money because academic books don't tend to make money so much. It's not really a... I mean, if you're lucky, you might make $100 or something off of your book, but you know, there are some books that have the chance of making more money than others. But if you're writing a book on like the Chantier Codex from, you know, the Middle Ages, it's probably not going to be a New York Times bestseller. So we as academic authors tend to, there is stuff here that I wonder if, you know, we might be able to, oh, there's an aggressive wolf. Well, that makes sense. I wonder if we can find shelter is all I'm wondering about. Yes. That is my question. If we can find shelter from these wolves. Also, Hannah, if you do not know, hey, Valtiel, we have no shoes and we have no coat at the moment because we lost them in a wolf attack. So we are in a bad position is really what it is. And we're just kind of hanging out here until we can warm up a little bit. Oh, speaking of, we got our clothes ripped. Should probably check to see how that's doing while we're here. Yeah. Oh, hey. Not great. Let me just dump my clothes on the ground, and maybe they'll dry off some, and I'll be a little bit less... I have no cloth. Yeah, this is our life right now. This is our life. We're stalked by wolves. Our clothes are wet. We have no shoes. We have no coat. And it's freezing. We're in a blizzard. That's what we got going on. So I was telling you all what's going on. So that was one of the big announcements I wanted to give you, is that I'm on this really great charity stream on the 27th. And I have to go and give DJ Hannah Rad a photograph. I thought I had attached it, but I didn't. So I'm going to have to email her back with a photo. And then I'm going to go and post the stuff. And I'm really excited for you all to come and see it, because it's going to be awesome. So please look out for that. I will be on also a charity stream on the 1st of January over at Praxis Channel. She's doing a 12-hour charity stream, Castlevania Meat Grinder. I've got to make a 6th-level D&D character. And I'm going to just wear that. My clothing is getting dry. This is great. Let me see what else. What are my other announcements? Besides those 2 charity streams, I'm streaming all this week and next week, normal style. Oh, this Friday will be finally will be my stream with Lindy, where we are going to be trying to murder each other, the indie game showdown, which I'm very excited about. Oh, y'all. I did it. I did a 66-mile, I did a metric century on my bike on Sunday. I rode 100 kilometers. I actually rode 106 kilometers. This campfire is going to go out really soon. And I'm not excited about that, but I also don't necessarily want to, well, how about if we just add a little
Name
fuel? Not a
game.
whole lot. I don't think we can. I think it's gotten too windy. Yep. So, not great. Not great. We'll just see how we do. Hey, Rissa. Oh, I just announced that I'm going to be in this really cool charity stream run by DJ Hannah Rad on the 27th. It's 36 hours, and I think we'll try to do like lots of cool things. I'm also very close to dying, so I'm not close. I mean, they're wolf stalking me, so you know how that is. That is my life. I hope if I just yeah. Well, once the fire goes out, here we go. Put on the pants. Okay, we're gonna book it. Try to make it out of here. Okay, let's go. Let's go. No Ursa. Well, the announcement I can make about Ursa, the wind is super fierce. I can't keep a fire up. We're just leaving campsites all over the place. It's we're running out of wood. Life is tricky. Yeah, there was a lot of wolves, me and wolves. So there are no announcements about. I mean, the only announcement I can make about Ursa Major is that I completed the project. I made the deadline. So that's the big thing I can say. The deadline was December the 15th, and I got the things done that I needed to get done by the deadline, which means now I'm just waiting to hear back from people to find out things. I understand that is very vague. That is true. Yes, but I made the deadline, and now I'm just waiting. Now it's a waiting game. But it's not just waiting. I need to do a lot of academic writing I need to do as much academic writing as possible between now and when I hear back from them. I would like to have a bunch of academic writing done. Glad you managed to do the thing, even in the face. Oh yeah. By the way, we've had bomb threats every single day.
Fingers feel numb.
I know they feel numb. You have to, calm down a little bit. Where are these caches? I'm looking for this convict cache, and I hope I can find it because maybe it'll have shoes. That would be really great. But look at this. I mean, this is outrageous, right? I mean, this is bad. And I don't know if wolves are going to attack me or where this cache might be. But
Too cold to think.
I get that. We're working on it. We're trying to find this cache of stuff because if we can find it, maybe it also involves shelter. Have I saved? I don't. Let's just save, shall we? Let's save. Other than that, it's been talking about licenses. Oh yeah, we were talking about licenses for RPGs. Yeah, copycats. But sorry, that figured out. I'm not convinced it is copycats. It might be the same person the entire time. We cannot say. You're welcome from work today. You feel the same. Yes. We don't know it's copycats. It could very well be the same person. Because again, remember, this is the very first time our campus has ever had bomb threats before. It is not a, nope, we are going the wrong, we did not find it. It is not, this is not standard behavior at universities like mine. This doesn't tend to happen often. It could very well be the exact same person. And we don't know what their motivation is. They sent okay. Let's back up. Nope. Light. Nope. Here. Nope. Blood loss. I understand that. Let's quick, do I have, okay. Do I, excuse me. I lost my gloves, by the way, everybody. I'm also bleeding. And I don't, can I not treat myself? Is that a thing? Quickly, I'm bleeding. Let's see. Okay. If I do have a bandage. That's great. Let's treat this wolf bite. Awesome. And oh gosh, golly gee whiz. Okay. Let's also, use this old man's dressing and, let's also note that these wolves are still around, which is really bad. I'm also not in a windbreak, which is also really bad. Also, my clothing has been ripped to pieces, which is also really bad. Let me just let me light this. Why don't I? We're gonna just light this, and we're gonna see if we can. Golly, folks, it's a bad deal, is what I'm trying to tell you. It's a bad deal. I'm looking for this cache of. Why are there 4 wolves, everyone? Why are there 4 wolves? It's a question I have. I also want to note that I'm not feeling great. Not feeling great. I'm sort of in that kind of I could die any moment sort of vibe, sort of zone. Look, this seems like this might be the cache. We might have found it. But this also does not yet seem to be... Okay, we have a windbreak. Great. Okay, we're going to right now build this fire right here. We're going to use some accelerant and like a stick. We're going to start this fire. Everybody, we're going to be here for a little bit.
It worked.
We're going to add this fur. We don't have much left, but this is where we are. I feel decent about this. I don't feel great about everything else, but we're gonna just see if we can aim and kill this thing. We totally missed on that one. It's fine. Oh gosh. Okay. While we're standing here getting warm, we're going to cook some tea. No, we'll make a pork and beans, or those peaches. We have banged up peaches. And they're kind of getting old. One of these things is getting old. The pork and beans. We're gonna just cook this, eat it. We'll feel better. Hopefully, there'll be a. What's bad is that we do need to sleep, but it's probably not great at the moment. Yeah. Hey, why don't we just take this hidden cache?
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Wow, none of those things were clothes. I want to see what Chet has to say. I was going to tell you about the email. Other things, because fur wolves will hit you faster than... Yeah. They are not guarding the cache. They're just being the worst. I'm going to put this gun away for the moment. Because I feel like once we eat this, we're going to feel much better about our lives. Oh, you know what we can do? We've got a bunch of clothing that is now ripped and destroyed, so we can use it to repair other clothing. And that will probably be good. I wish they would not be here, the wolves. Like, that would be really cool. You know? That would be really great if they were not here. But hey, we're warming up. And there's that. So, when did you resub? Oh, I see you. I see you resubbing. I see you. All right, I see that name game. Let me get myself set up for success while we are waiting. Look at all of our clothing that is not doing well. 61, 56. Let's this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you a name game. We're going to look at our clothes. We're gonna harvest what we can from our clothes. It's that's been ruined too. It's not great. It's not great, everyone. It's not great. You did all your things today? Yes. Yes. I am really sad about the state of our clothing is the best I can tell you right now. I'm sad that we have wolves trying to murder us a lot. I am sad that... Let's see, what is our worst clothing? These socks are in a bad way, and we only have one pair, so let's repair those as best we can. This is our life. So, I didn't tell you, there was a letter that was sent. You know, when you had the bomb threat, they sent a letter, and the letter, you know, was bogus. I mean, look, it was this whole... Okay. The whole letter was, like, theoretically from... Let me...
Time to look for shelter.
Yeah. It was theoretically from a group of students who... They stay away from torches, right? Do they stay away from torches? I don't know if they do. I cannot remember. So, since I cannot remember, we are going to put up a flare, since I do not remember. You know, being sad won't make the wolves stop murdering you. They could maybe be less hostile. Like, I'm not being rude to them. I would love to sleep, like, take a nap here, you know what I mean? But I suspect that would be a bad idea. So there is... I feel like, considering where we're at, we should not go and try to go and deal with the rumor of that really dangerous, aggressive wolf. We should just leave. We can get that dangerous, aggressive wolf on the way back, is my thinking. That we don't need to search for it now.
Name game.
Atomica! Oh gosh, we've got 2 subs now, so now we can do 2 name games. The wolves like your sadness. The tears add extra bit of salt to your meat, and they like that. Yeah, I suppose that might be it. But I don't think that's good for their hypertension. I feel like very salty meat is probably bad for you, right? I mean, I assume that very salty meat is bad for you. So maybe the wolves should leave me alone and not try to eat me because it's bad for their cholesterol and their hypertension. I don't know if wolves have hypertension. I mean...
Name game.
It's unclear. We just had 3 subs, and I think you know what that means. I think you know what it means. It means... The name game. Come on, everybody. I say, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. On M will appear. And then I say boo at a B. Then I say the name. Then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time. And there isn't any name that I can't rhyme.
We're in the money.
Rissa, bo, bissa, banana, fana, fo, fissa, fee, fi, mo, missa. Rissa, atomica, bo, atomica, banana, fana, fo, atomica, fee, fi, mo, atomica. Atomica, Voltiel, but Baltiel, banana, fana, fo, faltiel, fee, fi, mo, maltiel. Voltiel, the name game. Woo! Thank you for those resubs, y'all. You should remind me all those things I wanted to share with you. There are so many cool things. Oh my goodness. Vulpes says, Trooper, salty? Never. He's always a bright flower of positivity. I think of a song to play for you all on the banjo on Saturday, by the way. I'm getting, I got Prax too. I try to get my name in there. If you die, you're going to be salty anyways. That's true. Ooh, bits just came in. Atomica just gave 100 bits while I'm singing. What?
We're in the money.
I see you. I see you. Speaking of which, I want to know why I don't have that louder. Why is that not louder? Interesting, interesting, interesting. Nonetheless, I just got bits in from Atomica and also Volpez. And I would like to thank you for those bits. And on this channel, when we get tips or bits, we thank people by singing We're in the Money, as sung by Ginger Rogers in the film Gold Diggers of 1933, which means I sing it in Pig Latin. And so, Atomica just said, I both can't believe it's been 3 years, as well as it seems you've all been part of my life for so much longer. That is so sweet. I have to tell you, I really appreciate this community a lot. More than you can know. Yes, I appreciate you all a lot. I was thinking about what a great community is because I had a really great meeting today. Right before stream time, I had a meeting with some folks about opening up some merch store folks. Reached out and they're like, hey, we're merch folks. And we would we'd like to make t-shirts and stuff and whatnot. And I was like, how convenient, because I wanted to make a t-shirt for the gamblers. So I had this really great conversation with this merch person from this merch company and about what they do, what they got, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, hey, and I was talking about how, about my vision, which is about community and how I want to be able to offer cool things for the community. Anyway, it was a very good conversation. So I'm hoping that 2023 brings some very cool things. That said, however, 4 more months as we're saying it'll be 4 years for you, which is that is wild. I still remember finding it because Astia raided you during Night in the Woods, and I've been here ever since. You're stuck. Oh, stuck. Psh. How's the song go? Yes, it's true. I'm happy to be stuck with you. Who sings that song? Yes, it's true. I'm happy to be stuck with you. Is that a TV theme song or is that an actual song? Oh, I did not see the pins you got. I want to see your Night in the Woods pins. Wait, is that song an actual song or is that a TV theme song? It's Huey Lewis, right? Or is it a TV theme? Or is it? No. Is it both? Huey Lewis? Huey Lewis, right? Huey Lewis in the News. Happy to be stuck with you. Yes, it's true. I'm happy to be stuck with you. Yeah, it's Huey Lewis. Huey Lewis in the News. Yep. Thank you. But that said, I'm not...
Name game.
The name... So you have to wait for those bits. The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. It's been so long since I sang. I'm so excited to be doing it. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And now I feel like singing like Cher. And then I say Bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fan, and foe. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. I wish I had a big long wig. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Krellin, Bobellin, banana, fan, fulfilling, fee, fi, mo, melon. Krellin, the melon felon, the name game. Look, I miss you all. Ice Buddy says, may I point out that I'm not the only one who needs a size bigger than XXL to make it look good on the meat bag. Oh no, Ice Bunny, I had a whole conversation with the merch people about whether or not they had size inclusive sizing, which they do. So this place has got inclusive sizing. They go all up to like 5XL. They have got fulfillment centers in Europe, Australia, the US, so that you're not going to have to like pay wild shipping. So I was like their pitch was very, very good because I was like, okay, do you have inclusive sizing? Do you have this? What do you have this or that? Like, what's your vibe? How's it go? So I've been really excited to hear that they not only have inclusive sizing, but they also have multiple shipping options. They ship from multiple locations. So I was very excited about that. I'm going to go and look through their catalog a bit more to see what kind of options they have. They have more than just t-shirts. They've got some beanie hats and whatnot. So I'm pretty excited to sort of look in at them a little bit more, because I wanted to make sure that if I'm going to go because I wanted to make a t-shirt for y'all anyway. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to go. The meeting was good. Later today or tomorrow, I'm going to go and sort of check in. Probably not tonight, probably tomorrow. I'll look in a little bit more. Let's see. Krellin the Melon Fellow. Let's see. Apparently I was supposed to be home 2 hours ago, but there was a huge misunderstanding. Oh, what happened? What happened, Krellin? Huey Lewis, yeah, he did more than Never Gonna Give You Up. No, that's not Huey Lewis. That was Rick Astley. Also, I posted them in the Discord, but I just messaged them to you so you don't have to go through hunting. Oh, I don't mind. As long as you get paid for the extra time, you were there if it was a work thing. Mm-hmm. I didn't have to pay the $150 diagnostic fee, so I sort of got paid. Oof. Yeah. Oof. So Tommy's trying to trick people into rickrolling themselves. Hey, I'm never mad hearing Rick Astley. That makes me happy. Speaking of which, Krellin, I have a thing for you. Melon Flux, I steal felonious amounts of melons. Yes, indeed. Will it be Void Smoker art? Yes, it will. Which is one of the things I have to do. My multitasking for tonight when I'm hosting Critical Role is to get the art briefs together for Void Smoker, because I got all the stuff from the cast. So now I've got to assemble it all together for Void Smoker, plus a couple of extra secrets. Send that off, and then we're on our way. We're not there yet, but we're on our way. Yes, Huey listed Power of Love, and also I Need a New Drug, and a couple other things. Also, if I rickroll someone, I use the beaker version of it. There's no CR tonight? Oh, is it because it's the third Thursday? The third Thursday? Third Thursday? Oh, they're off. Oh, wait. So there is CR. There is CR today. Look, I'm going to sing We're in the Money. That's what I'm going to do right now in Pig Latin while this is being worked out. We're in the money. Airway and hey, the anime. Airway and hey, the anime. Iway at gale at way of way at way at way x to ute at gale young way. Airway and hey, the anime. E the ice gaze are on say. Old man the ADS pray we are a wood ray was down way young ray. Ewe every eat ray ed lay ansley, a of way ed bray ansley ute a day. And when we see the landlord what look like the eye get right in the eye. We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Oh, so good, y'all. I have not sung in Pig Latin in a hot second, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. That makes me feel pretty good. Let's see. DSP said, just got hit on by a rando who opened by asking what ethnicity I am, and then was very insistent. I enter his phone number in my phone. At least he did not demand that I call him right there, so I did not have to give him my phone number. Wow. Weird, DSP. I keep seeing TikToks of people doing stuff like that, and I always think that can't work for real. I think the let me give you my phone number is like I think a number of fellows have understood now that asking for a woman's phone may make her feel uncomfortable, and she may give you a fake phone number because she does not want some rando having her phone number, so that giving her your phone number is like more comforting, I suppose, except that, again, demanding to know what somebody's ethnicity is as your opening move is not a good call. It's a sketch call. Not a sketch comedy, because that might be fun, but a sketch call. Yeah. I forgot to change my Nightbot command. Oh, well. Depends on how to find work. I definitely entered his phone number, and I'm never going to message him, so... Atomic says, you know what terrifies me about people who so confidently use such horrible pickups? They're only confident because it works at a rate they're happy with. See you later, Hawkeye. Well, the thing is, I still don't think it ever or very rarely still works. The thing is, it will, look, things like that work in the right context. Do you know what I mean? My mother met my dad by walking up to him, she did not know him, putting her hand on his knee is the story she told me. I heard later that was not necessarily the correct story or the most accurate version of that story, and asking a question that was somewhat lewd. And, then they got married and stayed together until they both died. But the point being that happened in an environment where that was an appropriate thing to do. And the people in that environment were cool with that sort of a thing. If your approach is nice shoes, and you're in a place where that's acceptable behavior, then you're more likely to get people to find that charming and who will like that. But random people on the street, you do not know them. Maybe you should not approach them that way. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yes. It's a numbers game. All they care about is that it works once out of so many. Yeah. I have no idea. I've never been the insistent type, and also don't date much. Kron says, well, women get more latitude to be forward than men. True. They're rarely viewed as a physical threat. Also true. But there are a lot of men who, if a woman is forward, will not respond well, right? They'll get insecure. They'll feel threatened by it. Not physically threatened, but they don't like the idea of a woman asking them out, and then it will not go well. I don't mean in terms of like physical violence, but like the woman will not be successful. But I always figure you probably don't want to date guys that are that insecure anyway, right? If there's some guy that is so insecure that he cannot handle you asking him out, then maybe he's not the person you want to go out with anyway, would be my thought on that one. Well, who wants to date a man that is threatened by a woman? This is what I'm saying, Krellin. This is what I'm saying. There are a bunch of people who I was like, yeah, I don't... Falling rocks? That's a bad sign. Hey, I still hear these wolves. Yeah. I solved the problem by not dating at all, at least for myself. See, that's one way to solve it. I mean, if you don't, if you don't date, then you don't have to deal with dating problems. There is also another thing I was thinking about recently. The enter the number thing is mostly because people automatically call it right away and they get your number. But I also think it's about not wanting to. I also think it's about recognizing that asking a woman for her number can feel threatening, and may not. Like, I feel like some people are picking up the idea that maybe that's not cool. I don't know where this will take us. Where will this take us? I don't know if this is going to take us anywhere good. Will it? Well, let's go. This seems very, very precarious. There's a lot of wind going. And, okay. I want you to know that this is precarious. And it could be bad. I want you to know that I'm having to study the controller just a little bit. There was a whole nother, we did not, it's fine. We did not follow that other part of the road to its end to see if there was anything interesting there, but I feel like that's okay because, do you hear wolves? No? Okay. No. Okay. Let's hope that we can find shoes. Let's hope we can find shoes. There are things that look promising, like a porta potty. It turned out that wasn't that promising. So I was wrong about that, but we might find promising things over here. We're looking for shoes. Shoes, cloth, some means to not be shoeless. Okay.
This will come in handy.
Thanks. Oh, cloth, great. Not shoes. A workbench would be good, but I feel like way back at our starting point, we probably have materials that we can use to... Oh, I don't think it was our starting point. Where was it? If I remember correctly, there was a...
Be able to carry this load for much longer.
You have to relax. There was a room that we were in, right? There was like there was a let me light this torch. There was a cabin that we were hanging out in. And if I remember correctly, we left like wolf pelts and things like that in that cabin. So hopefully, on our way back out, all those things will be dry enough that we can maybe make a wolf coat. One hopes. We can, make some deerskin boots, although I don't think we have enough deerskin. But look, we're going to slowly but surely get ourselves the things we need in order to survive, one hopes. All right, well, okay. Let me see what we got going on over here. We'll head this away. Look, this is... okay. Caution. Cool. Let's go in the mine. Why don't we? And maybe go to sleep at some point. Raw meat and fish give off a scent that attracts predators. Okay, well...
Where were those detonators?
Okay. All right. Okay. We are not in the worst place ever. We are going to... Now that we're here, we are going to assess. We're going to assess. We're going to look around basically just about where we are, see where we're at, repair. We're going to do our very best is what we're going to do. We're not going to go too far in because I think we probably should sleep before we go too far in. And I feel like sleeping here is probably a better call. So let's do that, right? Let's do that. Let's go to sleep. Yeah, let's sleep a good 7 hours, and then I'm gonna read chat. Ooh, I missed some good chat. I have to scroll back up. Oh, okay, we're all, let's pick up our bedroll. And we're also going to, by the way, I'm going to read chat, but I'm going to drink this orange soda first because it gets things off of our inventory. We're going to eat some wolf meat. We're just going to, we're going to get ourselves... What is very low? This is, we're eating. And then we are drinking. And then we're saving. And then I'm finding out what chat has to say. Look, okay, we're not, what's the word? Like our health could be better, but it could be worse. What are you all saying? All right, let me see. Okay. I'm asexual, says Artie, which makes it easier, though. Sort of depends, right? Because asexual is not the same thing as aromantic. So you could be asexual, but something romantic and want to still date people. Because there are all sorts of ace people who still want to date, and then you'd still have to deal with dating. But then you have to deal with dating right, in as a marginalized identity, which is tricky, right? So I mean, Rissa notes, at least the wolf morale is getting closer to half. Yeah. Schmelzer says, falling rocks, there must be a DM nearby. Mm-hmm. Everybody dies. Atomic says, I'm pansexual, and I've just been electrocuted too many times to stick forks in any more electrical sockets. Fair. Scabmanek says, I've noticed a lot more people watching snaps than phone numbers. I don't have one of those, so lol. Snaps? They're wanting snaps? Snaps. What are those? Snapchats? Snaps? What are those? This seems like a newfangled thing that I do not know about. Artie says, given how they are acting, I wonder how much they really care about that, though. Paul says, this is sure a fine place to be. Colin says, there's absolutely no way I could cross that bridge in real life. I just get eaten by wolves. I feel like in real life I would be able to cross it, but I would be crossing it with 3 points of contact at all times. I'd be like holding on to something. I'd find a way to be able to. I might crawl. I might crawl across that bridge. I think I could do it. I just probably would not walk like I was strolling down. I might crawl. I might low crawl. That's what I might do. I had a dream, everybody. I forgot what it was, though. Volpa says, who else is waiting for that flare to catch the bridge on fire? That would be the worst. Atomic says, Artie Sec, don't be. I managed to have a lot of good relationships that ended badly, as opposed to a lot of people in my life who have bad relationships they stubbornly clung to, who are miserable about everything. Oof, fair. Volpa says, even Mac knows there's nothing promising about a miner's porta potty in the snow. Also true. Atomica says, heck, out of everyone I've dated, I have a few who are still friends because we managed to realize we were better friends and lovers before damage was done, so I'm lucky. Yeah, and Artie says, that's a good way of looking at it. Atomica says, it weirds people who don't get it that I walked one of my exes down the aisle after they transitioned because their dad wouldn't. I've had some really interesting relationships I wouldn't undo because they made me who I am today. That's awesome. Krellin says, so what's with Trooper playing the game already? He hasn't streamed for a month. He should still be talking and singing. Chat, I'm disappointed. No, I'm still doing a lot of talking. I'm just trying to walk while I talk. I tried. He did start early. I tried to get him on an RP distraction from the get-go. Oh, I still have... Yeah, but I haven't seen the Kickstarter for Talislanta. But I have a topic I want to talk about, everybody. It's about behavior and class. Yeah, I think I'm somewhere between aromantic and heteroromantic. Snapchat. I don't have Snapchat on my phone, so yeah. Wait, now I had 1,000 thoughts. One, I've had some great relationships. I've not had too many bad relationships. I've had one really bad relationship. I've had one not good. I've had very few bad relationships. Only a couple. Most of my relationships were really, really good. And most of my relationships have ended because I moved out of the state or country. You know what I mean? Just sort of like timing. Yeah, most of my relationship ended not because there was anything problem with the relationship, but just because of timing. So I'm not particularly burned by romance. I'm still a romantic, but I will tell you what. Having had some great relationships makes me very picky. Like, I just am not going to date people who hate people. Like, I would never date someone who's like, I hate men. I was like, great, I'm not going to date you. Like, that's it. I have no... because I have had some really great relationships, and now I have wonderful romantic relationships, and now I've got great friends, and I am very happy in my life because of that. I don't feel the need to settle. Yeah. Speaking of which, why don't we figure out where we don't... I have no idea where we are, but I'm looking for detonators. Okay. Oh. You know what I also think we might be able to do? We might want to see if we can repair anything or build anything. I think we can make some... Do I need an improvised head wrap? No, but I think I can make gloves. I cannot make gloves. Why can I not make them? Because I don't have enough cloth. Fair enough. Okay. Well, we're going to recognize it, and we're going to just do our best. while we're here. Do you think there are evil wolves in this place that will try to murder us? Because that would be terrible, and I wouldn't like it. Also, I feel like we don't have enough light. Also, I feel like we have things in our pack that we can dump. We don't need this. We don't need this. I also feel like it's entirely possible that we have what's the word? More than one can. And if that is the case, we can also dump one of those. We've got a bunch of stuff I think that we can... I would like to do some inventory maintenance right about now. Why do we have... Oh, just drop that. I would like to do... Oh, wait a minute. I did a bad thing. I actually want to take those torches. Let me take it.
Weigh me down.
Yeah, I know. Relax. I want to talk to chat. So if you could maybe, like, let me talk to chat for a moment, for heaven's sakes. Chat has got things to tell me, and I want to hear what they're saying. So let me get there. There we go. Okay. Here we go. What I remember is that there is a reason to have... You can harvest the torch. So that was the thing I wanted to do. Okay, good. Let's see what we can see while we're here. Wood matches, flashlight.
End up being useful.
Some of this stuff is too much for us. Like, I don't think we actually need all of it, but I would like to I'd like to be able to break it down. Ooh, work gloves. We're going to need to get to a place where I can sit down somewhere so that we can, I've got a bunch of stuff I need to break down for their parts to repair stuff, which will reduce the amount of, will reduce the amount of, will reduce my load. And I am very willing to do that. I just want to get to a space where I can do that without pondering it too much. We're going to head left. And I'm going to see what's going on. Oh no, Trooper's not going to date me because I hate turfs. Yeah, but I would... Oh, okay, look, Krellin, I would only not date you because you hate turfs if I was a turf. Because I don't want to date people who hate me. Do you know what I mean? Or who hate my entire gender. That's no... Like, I just don't find any purpose in that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just not a thing I find particularly interesting. Hey. Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I've been burned too many times by a relationship that I live in the burn unit. Oh no. Oh no. I find being a little bit like... I learned a lot about relationships when I was in the Army, is what I'm going to say. I saw many not good relationships when I was in the Army, and I learned a lot about the things that I will and will not do. And one of the things I think I really learned was not to be desperate. There were so many people who really felt like unless they were dating someone, then they had no value. And then their life was like, they basically did not think they were worthwhile people unless they were dating someone. And so then they dated people, not because they liked those people, but because they wanted to be dating people. And that never worked out well, is what I'm trying to tell you. That always worked out badly because they dated people who were bad for them, right? Like, it would have been better for them just to be single and wait until they found somebody that they actually matched with, rather than dating somebody they really should never have been dating in the first place. So, but this is about the ways in which our society sort of pressures people to date and tells them unless they're dating, they don't have value. Hey, you know what we're going to do? I've decided that I am not excited about the things like my inventory at the moment. Not excited about inventory, where I'm at. What I'm going to do, rather than going deeper into this place, which is, we have to go that way, I'm going to step back out towards the doorway, which I think has some light. And if there's enough light out there, I think we can basically break down a bunch of stuff, repair a bunch of stuff, and chat, and chat. And while we're breaking down things and chatting, we can, I think we'll be carrying less stuff. I think it will be better for us overall. So we are going to, this is what we're going to do. We're going to just do a little bit of inventory management, which is just really an excuse for us to, am I not hungry? It's really, look, it's just an excuse for us to chat is what it is. So, oh, speaking of which, let me do this for a moment and see what kind of madness happened. Also, I just saw tips. I saw bits there. Let's see. I made exchanging. I was on my phone. I'm too old to have Snapchat my phone. All right. I think it'd be probably creepy if you did, probably. Scamming X says, yeah, I had one terrible one and a number of okay ones. Yeah, I'm really picky. And now I'm looking for butterflies, not sparks, as instructed by my therapist. Oh. Let's see. Wait, oh, message was deleted. Probably spam, I assume. Atomica says, I think at this point I identify as pansexual aromantic. I care what's between people's ears. I care what's between people's ears rather than their legs, and I'm more interested in friendships than romance. Plus, with everything I'm juggling, getting into a relationship would be like shooting the bottom of the boat I'm trying to bail out of. That's also fair. I think, the thing is, I think one of the, I've got so much to do. I've got so much to do right now, but all the things I have to do are like little, I've got some big things to do, but I've got all these little small things that are just like, I've got to do that small thing. That'll take me 15 minutes, but it's like just a lot of them. Anyway, I think that timing is a big deal when it comes to relationships, right? That sometimes it could be good, but the timing is bad, And that can do, welcome back, Prax. And then that can just do a lot. Was a small, long, dark streamer. Was not sure if I was a scammer, but probably safest. I see. Wrong venue for reaching out for a partnership. Wait, what? What even? Oh. Okay, well, I don't know what that was about. The last person I did kept telling me how useless men are. You mean baby daddy number 2? No, all of them. Okay, yeah, I don't have a, not my thing. Krellin says, hey, Trooper, was going to sing for bits when I subbed. I did sing it, though. And does he still have a bit song? Well, he does now. That'll be my second one. I'm good. Top Trooper Army relationship story. You're 20 and not married? You poor thing. Yep, that was a true statement. Rissa says, it's a hard thing for some people to accept that they have value without being in a relationship. Just like some people can't get comfortable sitting in silence. Yes. Why not light a fire deeper in the mine away from the cold? Oh, because I need light, and it's not too cold. I'll be fine. You know what I mean? It's not too cold. I'll just this way I don't waste resources, because I'll be in this mine for a while, and I don't have a lot of fire making stuff right now, so I don't want to lose it. I don't want to use it just to sharpen, to give me light while I'm sharpening axes. So I think it'll be fine. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that it's not cold here, right? So if you see, I'm not losing any heat standing right here. So here I get light and I'm not losing heat. So I feel like it's a win-win. One of my friends, says DSB, got married at 25. He was 27. She was the first of her DC area friends to get married, and he was the last of his Atlanta area friends to get married. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not getting colder. I don't have to waste resources. And I just want to I'm going to just break some stuff down, repair some stuff. This way, I'll be carrying less things and my stuff will be less rickety, because my stuff is a little bit rickety right now and I can get rid of some stuff. I think it'll be really good. So Krellin just gave bits. And I love you all so much. I really do. And I'm just feeling like warm and fuzzy right now. So I want to tell you that. Oh, I have a cooking question for people who know how to cook. I have a cooking question that I want to ask you all before I sing the bit song. I'm going to ask the question, and then I'm going to sing the bit song, and maybe when I'm done with the bit song, you'll have an answer. So I was thinking about making cookies, and I saw a recipe for maple ginger cookies. And I think I've got all the ingredients to make those cookies. But I have a question. So the cookies involve dough, bread. No, sorry, flour, blah, blah, blah. Regular, right? I think there's like a pretty decent amount of maple syrup that go in there. And it's like a half a teaspoon, I think, of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of ginger and cookie stuff. But here's my question. There's only 1 teaspoon of ginger for the entire thing. And I feel like ginger's awesome. Would it be bad if I put in more than 1 teaspoon of ginger? Would that throw the whole thing off? Would it be terrible? I just like ginger. So I'm tempted to put more ginger in, but I don't know if that's bad. It's just that there's not a lot of ginger. Like, it just feels like 1 teaspoon's not a lot of ginger. And so I kind of want y'all's thoughts on whether or not, for this whole batch of cookies, if maybe a little bit more ginger would not be the worst thing, or if it would be the worst thing. But that said, right now, while you're pondering and typing, I'm going to sing We're in the Money, as sung by Ginger Rogers in the film Gold Diggers 1933, which means I'm singing it in Pig Latin for Krellin. Thank you. Irway and hey, the anime. Irway and hey, the anime. Ewe at gale at way of way at way at way x to tit gale young way oh. Irway and hey, the anime. The ice skates are on say. Old man did yes and pray. Ooh, are a woodray, west end way young ray. Ewe ever eat red lands lay. Of way brands lay. Ooh, tay day. And when we see the end, the look that the eye get, we're in the eye, we're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Eee! Oh, so excited. I'm also excited to find out if I'm allowed to put more ginger in, or if that will ruin everything and the world will end. So I want to know. Let's see. Maple ginger sounds good. It does sound good. They're not the Critical Role ones, but once they mentioned them in Critical Role, I looked up a recipe and I found one. Crystallized ginger would be awesome. I know. Wouldn't crystallized ginger be the best? If I had crystallized ginger, I would just throw them in there as well. But I sadly do not have crystallized ginger, but I wish I did, because I feel like that is the money right there. Hrothgar says ginger is awesome, but it can be very, very overpowering. What is the type of ginger that's going in? Ground ginger. Ground ginger is going in. Ice Bunny says, sticks to the recipe when you're baking. Krell's like, yes, it would be bad. You wouldn't just add extra chemicals to your chemical reaction, right? Of course I would. Prax says, now, standard recipes usually only have 1/4 of a teaspoon of spice like ground ginger, so a full teaspoon is actually a lot. Okay. Atomica says, if you're following a recipe, I'd say follow it your first batch and then adjust the taste the next time you make it. That's my general method. All this seems very sensible. But, says Prax, for ground spices, won't change the cooking time, but fresh ginger would. Yeah, Scabbing also co-signs this. Ice Bunny also, there's a lot of co-signing here. Hrothgar says, also cooking is art, personal expression is fine. Baking is science, the formula is the formula. I feel like you can just, like you could add extra chocolate chip cookies. People throw like other random stuff in there. Like they're like, oh, I'll throw nuts in my chocolate chip cookies. I feel like you could do it. I just, I don't tend to experiment. So I'm not, well-versed in experimentation when it comes to cooking. DSB says, Trooper, sending you a thing that does not answer your question, but is the cookie customization cheat sheet. Oh, that tells you how to get different results with chocolate chip cookies. That sounds amazing. Thank you for sending that, because I don't know how to improvise when it comes to cooking. And I don't want to improv. Like, you can't. So here's the thing about improvisation. People say, oh, when you improvise in music, you just do whatever you feel. You just do it. And you're like, well, no. People who are improvising, they have practiced for years, right? On how, like, they know scales. They practice scales. They know, like, their music. Like, you don't just improvise. Like, it takes so much skill and practice in order to be able to improvise effectively. And I do not have that skill with cooking to be able to effectively improvise, which is why I was asking you all if it would be a good idea or not. Prax says, the other way to check is how it smells before you bake the dough. If you can only smell maple, then add a little bit more ginger. If you smell ginger and maple balance, then it would be good. Ah. Okay. Y'all, so I was thinking about making these cookies because I should tell you, yesterday you know when you have to like make food because you've defrosted the meat and you have to do it now. So I made the chicken schnitzel, Kartoffelsalat, the German potato salad, and the Blaukraut. And now I have 5 more portions of that. So I have dinner for the next 5 days, today and 4 more days. But I thought it'd be nice to make cookies. And, I'm going to make empanadas next, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to make empanadas next because I have a recipe for it. I also want to make other stuff. I don't know. I make something and then I eat it for 4 days in a row. Smell is 80% of taste. Is it really? Huh. I do not. When I say that, I'm not doubting you. That is, how do I put this? When I say, is it really? I am not doubting you. What I'm doing is thinking, oh, I have just learned something. And how do I incorporate that into my life? Basically, right? I'm co-signing you. I'm learning is what I'm doing from that interaction. So all the respect. Let me get back to what I was doing was wanting to repair things, if I recall. Yes, so those gloves are not the best. They're not the best, and I don't like them. But let's... Oh, hey, guess what, everybody? I don't have any more... I don't have another sewing kit with me, which is interesting. We'll use this fishing tackle as a makeshift sewing kit. I didn't know you could do that, but apparently you can. This is interesting. I have, yeah, okay. Not everything I want in my life. Yeah. Okay. I think most of my stuff is in a cabin that we passed along. I think I dropped a bunch of stuff at this cabin along the way. So, yeah. I'm just noting for the record that, I cannot wait for us to get back to this place where we can, fix some things. Let me sharpen my hatchet. We're going to sharpen this hatchet. We're doing stuff is what we're doing. We're going to spend just a little bit of time getting everything tip-top, ship-shape, and then dumping things we don't need. Yeah, that's what we're doing. And then we're going to save. I'm feeling good about this. Yes, yesterday ended up as taco meat, so tonight's quick nachos because I don't feel like cooking. Hey, my idea of cooking is what can I do that will be time efficient. That is like my whole life. This now we can harvest. What will we harvest? If we harvest, what do we harvest out of this? It doesn't tell us. It's an hours long versus harvesting, and I don't know what we'd get from it because it doesn't say. Does anybody know? Well, if somebody wouldn't mind looking up, I would love to know what you get if you harvest. What you get if you harvest a hatchet. Maybe you don't, because it doesn't say, and I would like to know. Let's see. Anything else that we can use? Let's, I don't want to harvest. I want some, yeah. Oh, we need to drop that. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we can harvest it. Could we? Can we harvest the recycled can? I don't know if we can, but I might as well check. And when I do, I'm going to just also check. No, I don't think we can. I'm also going to check chat to see what you all have to say. Speaking of which, we can harvest this for scrap metal. I'm checking. This all seems very sensible. Temptation Sensation starts to play as a title card comes up. Trooper bakes unsensibly. You know, I do try to be... Look, I'm not, like... Oh, I don't get to... You cannot repair that pry bar. Why not? Also, where did it go? That's weird. Huh. I would... Okay, well, I wanted to repair it, but... It's fine. Don't see if I care. Seems kind of messed up, but fine. We have got anything else we can do here? It doesn't look like it. No? Well, it does not look like we can do anything else, but we can make a fishing tackle, which I'm gonna do, because, you know, best thing you can do. And then I think that puts us mostly in a decent spot. So we're gonna just drink. We're running out of fluids. That's for later. I am going to... I'm gonna put the... I've got, where's it? That scrap metal we have? I'm going to put the scrap metal in this metal container because I do not think we need it right now. And so we're just gonna, it's not super heavy, but might as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not super heavy, but might as well just put it over there for the moment. And now we can save the game. Artie says, I made my grandmother's peanut butter cookies for my father and Diane for Christmas. Ooh, I bet that's really good. I love peanut butter cookies. Prax says, so if something smells good, it will likely taste good. It's also why when your nose is stuffed, nothing tastes good. Oh, that's interesting. Krellin says, Artie Snack, you keep referring to your father's partner by her name, and every time I just want to ask if your father's name is Jack. But then, you know, if Artie Snack's father's name was Jack, then all these ditties he's telling us are these ditties about Jack and Diane, you know, and that's never a bad thing. I used my so kit. It is Brian, and I refer to her by her name as stepmother, has so many negative associations generally. Stepmother might, but stepmom doesn't. Stepmom, something could be cool. There goes my Jack and Diane jokes. Well, it was a little melon camp. But Artie Snack's grandfather. Oh, horror class behavior. If you harvest a hatchet, you get 2 scrap metal and 1 for firewood. Krellin, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to harvest that right now. That just reminded me of that ancient Spider-Man Atari commercial. You're running out of fluid. Let me, while we're here, I'm going to harvest that hatchet because I don't need 1,000,000 of them. And I have 2 and I don't need 2. And we're going to harvest it. Got 2 scrap metal and 1 fur firewood, which is great because we need fur firewood badly. And let me just put this scrap metal over there for the moment. We can deal with the rest of that later. And now everything is great. We're going to save one more time just because, just because. And then we're going to go. Look, we are on fire, everyone. We are just like cooking with gas. Whoop. That just reminded me of that ancient Spider-Man Atari. Okay, so here we are. Okay. So, I was thinking about class and manners and behavior is what I was thinking about recently. Gonna save one more time because I'm not paranoid. You're paranoid. Yes. Oh, thank you for linking that commercial. I will be happy to see it. Also, Valkyrie needs food badly. That's what I think about whenever I think about needs food badly. That's just where my mind goes. So I was thinking about class and behavior, and I was thinking about how middle class aesthetics, experiences, behaviors, and values are normalized as what is considered good behavior. It isn't paranoid if you're right. Well, it might still be paranoid, you know. You can be paranoid and right still. So I was thinking about this, and I will give a...
My feet.
What's wrong? Oh, it's just very cold. Okay, it's cool. We'll just... I understand that you're not wearing shoes. Like, I do get that. Like, I'm aware of the lack of shoes that's going on here. So, you know, I am sensitive to your lack of shoes. Can we go this way? Is there anything interesting over here? Whoop. Doesn't look like it. So, the fun part, Pedro, is you only need to be right once. So we can go this way, or we can go this way. This way says danger, keep out. So we should definitely go that way, but maybe we don't go that way first.
This gear's starting to slow me down.
You need to relax. We're just going to take some coal because I know we're going to have to start some fires. So I'm going to use a very neutral example first. In the book Highbrow, Lowbrow by Lawrence Levine, which is a book I highly recommend. I think it's very, very good. It's Highbrow, Lowbrow, the making of middlebrow culture in America is what it's called. I'm sure I've talked about it before. It's a very good book. And it talks about, let's eat some food. I know, right? So one of the things that it talks about is that with the Industrial Revolution and the sort of the creation of a middle class as a larger cultural force rather than just like small numbers of artisans or whatnot, they needed to have, like, working class people had culture, upper class people had culture, but this new middle class, they did not have a culture, so they wanted to get one. And that one of the things that they did was they just basically co-opted working class culture and then told working class people that they didn't know, that they didn't understand it, right? So it talked, like, each chapter is a different art forms. The art forms are symphony, opera, Shakespeare. There might be another one in there, but those are the big three that I remember him talking about. And what the thing talks about is how all three of those art forms were forms that were working class art forms at one point in time. And how once the middle class basically decided to take them, what they did was they told working class people that you don't know how to do this right. Like, you don't really understand it. You don't know how to behave. And so it was about the ways in which the forms, audience behavior expectations changed with that move from working class to middle class. And also sometimes the production of the thing itself changed. Watch out for mine shafts. I will. And there was a whole discussion, of course, about and this really applies, I suppose, to all of it, but they were talking about, like, oh gosh, there's a lot here and I don't want to miss anything. So let's go. We started going right. So let's go right. We're going to sort of go right as much as possible and then we'll loop around. Troopers having a conversation. You can wait a bit. Okay, so let's just take some more coal because if we need to, we can make a fire right here, which is awesome. So they talked about, like, for example, with Shakespeare, people who could not read. There's a lot of evidence in the 19th century, people who could not read at all knew their Shakespeare. And they talked about, like, Shakespeare troops going to mining camps, right? And performing Shakespeare to mining camps. They talked about, clothing. They talked about burlesque shows meant for the working class, burlesquing Shakespeare in elevator crank. That seems important. Let's read this test. Right, so basically there's a lot of evidence that working class people, right, knew their Shakespeare. They were the start of the pretentious, well, you just don't really understand response. Well, it wasn't about disagreeing with you. It was about taking the culture away from them, right? So attachment for manually raising and lowering the mine elevator. This sounds great. I'm going to take it. Also, I'm getting a little heavy in my, there's some stuff going on with my encumbrance. We'll have to drop some stuff off, I think. We can do it. It'll be fine. Forest Hawker letter. We finally reached the mine and found the supply cache. If that last transmission was right, this could be what I've been looking for all along. We know that 18 was the last number in the padlock combination. Now I just have to find the other two. There must be more clues left behind. There's a creeping darkness in here. I hate it, but I have to go deeper. Okay. Let's take this. Also, I've run out of light, which is fine. We are going to take care of that as well. Let's just running out of light. Let me get to that. I'm kind of glad that I've made so many torches, even though I don't have many left. You know what we're going to do? I think we're going to go back. We're kind of more encumbered than I'd like to be right now. And I know you think, but don't you love being encumbered? Yeah, sure. Oh, we have a lot of water right now. That's what's gone on. I see. We're going to drop off some of that coal. Hey, you know what I thought? Can I, repair this? Oh, I can. Yeah, I can repair that. That's not bad. Here, we're gonna, I could repair it, but I don't have the scrap metal. I left the scrap metal back. Awkward. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna just, oh, I don't want to do that. I just want the first aid kit. And then I want to turn around and read chat, because I know you all have really exciting things to say, and I feel like the things you have to say are more exciting than whatever madness is happening here. I do have to finish this thought because it's about behavior, because some of this has to do with behavior. That's the thing that's like really interesting, shall we say? I don't want to do that. You know what? We're gonna just do our thing. There's an exit. Huh. Interesting. Well, we'll see what there is to see. Warning, due to recent funding shortfalls, we've had to carry out additional blasting on level 2 sooner than expected. We're aware this may impact air quality containment controls on lower levels. We only ask that you follow posted guidelines when working in areas of the facility that may be impacted by any noxious vapors. Okay, sure. here's the thing. I want to read chat right now. Let's see. As someone who watched since the 80s, it's weird to say I've watched pro wrestling make that transition from working class. Oh, Atomica, absolutely. I think you can definitely see that shift. You can definitely see that shift, 100%. 100%. And I don't know how I feel about it. Ice Bunny says, is the definition of what the good life includes very middle class in the nature? They think with house, dog, and 2 kids. Well, they're the ones who define it, right? So let's go in here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, let's left shoulder. Left. Okay. Oh, I see. All right. Something 18. Yes. Atomic says, it's very mainstream and acceptable attendance and even a platform for a good amount of upper class people as well as in the WWE and weirdly more so in the Japan federations where it's considered even more socially acceptable than even in the US. Yeah, and there is a... I wonder... Okay, here we go. So, and Atomica, I bet you could say interesting things about this, right? When you... exit elevator. Cool. So, when you let me just eat and drink a little, I feel like eating and drinking a little is never a bad thing to do. Irony, it burst through to the middle class with the main story being a working class badass, Steve Cold Austin fighting the upper class Vince McMahon, which made it, yes, absolutely. So this, I think, is really interesting about some of the things that happened. The acting style, when it was a working class genre. John Wilkes Booth, his brother was a really important actor and part of this sort of transition. There was like a big rivalry between him and another actor, and this rivalry is about this transition from working class to middle class. So I think I have one of these in my hand, right? Do I not? Do I not have a... I thought I had a torch in my hand. Did I not? What's wrong with me? Huh. Okay, here we go. Torch. Boom. There. Okay, so back when it was a sort of a more emotional style of acting. Ooh, hey, look. Hey, look, it's a workbench. No, it's not. It's just a metal table. Less exciting. So it was like a much more emotional style of acting. Big. And of course, audiences at the time would cheer and shout. They would say the monologues alongside. When, To Be or Not To Be would come on, they would like yell along with. If they liked somebody, they'd let you know. If they didn't like somebody, they'd let you know. It was very... participatory. If they thought you were really, really good at at one particular soliloquy, they would demand you say it again. And then people would some people, if they were so good, they would like say that soliloquy 3 times in a row because the audience was so excited for it. And you'd cheer, hoot and holler. If they didn't like you, they might throw tomatoes, but it was a very sort of, communal sort of situation. Fun. Toxic gas. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save right now. And this is the same thing actually with opera, right? Because opera was again very participatory. You had fans that were like they're called claques, and they'd be fans of one singer versus the other. Sometimes you get into fistfights because the fans of one singer would get into a fistfight with the fans of other singers. Oh gosh. You do need to get fresh air in here. I also feel like I clearly need to... Okay, well, so here's the thing. There's a tool, and there's like a tool right there, and a thing. And I feel like maybe if I could put the tool in the thing, I would be able to stop the gas maybe. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's true, but I feel like I might be able to do that or I might die. So we're going to see what happens. Can I get this? Valve second handle, take it. And can I, let's attach the handle. Okay, good. I've got 17 seconds. All right, go, 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 go.
Clean air.
Look at that. See, I was right. You just have to risk it for the biscuit. That's all. And since we are risking it for the biscuit, I'm going to save one more time so that I can have it. Wait. Okay. Let me stand here. So apparently this suffocation risk is okay. Interesting. So, right, in opera, people would, again, like, they would, like, chat with each other. Like, in an opera back in the day, they didn't have the house lights up. The house lights would be up. Like, you would never, they never used to turn down house lights. The house lights were always up. You could see who was watching the opera. You'd go every week. You'd see who was there. You'd chat with people. You'd have dinner, whatever you do. Like, it was like a very different kind of a thing. And then, what is the game mission for them? We have to find detonators. We have to find some detonators for our criminal friends. And by friends, I mean, they're not actually our friends. They're terrible people. So we have to find detonators. So a couple things happened. Once you get the rise of the middle class, what they ended up saying was that working class people's behavior is inappropriate. And Wagner was a big part of this, right? Wagner turned down the house lights so that you were not supposed to then talk to your friends or look at each other or cheer. It became the idea that you're supposed to sit when you watch opera, and the same thing with theater, right? This happened both theater and opera, and also symphonies, right? You're supposed to sit, don't make noise, right? You only clap at the very end, not in the middle. No hooting and hollering, no throwing tomatoes, no cheering, nobody doing the soliloquy twice, no crying, none of that kind of big demonstration of feelings. We're kind of moving into that kind of like weird Victorian era. So that kind of like working class sense of behavior was deemed inappropriate and bad, right? And so that if you really want to appreciate the art, you've got to treat it like church, or like their new version of church, right? And you have to be very serious, and you have to be very quiet and still. It's like eating vegetables. And then, of course, as this shift happened, the acting styles changed, right? You go from that kind of really big, a much broader style, a more melodramatic style, to a very contained style that is still sort of a mark of the classical British style today, where you do not do lots of big feelings, right? It's about a lot more contained. And so the rise of middle class sort of, the middle class sort of taking working class culture and changing it is about changing it from something that's a bit wild, unruly, and making it something more contained and behaved, but in a, what, Wagner, classist? He was, I wouldn't say he was classist as much like a megalomaniac. There's this thing that the middle class always fears spinning out of the middle class, and all the rules and regulations they put on themselves as a class or a way to mask that they are not moved out of the middle class. Yeah. So, but the thing is, I was thinking about this because I was thinking about, I was listening to a podcast that has a bunch of working class characters, a bunch of like working class men and other people, and they are a little, what middle class people would say are rough. And I was thinking about how we end up demonizing a lot of behaviors as being inappropriate, offensive, rude, bad, but actually they're just working class behaviors. And that condemnation is actually coming from a middle class standpoint, right? Like, and this is the same thing, right? Where like, oh, that's too loud, right? Like, oh, that's too loud, or that's too this, or that's too that. And, but it's actually just a class and culture difference. But because middle class of a very specific type, their mores have become so naturalized, everything else is sort of read as bad, but that's not cool. Do you know what I mean? That's not fair. That person is maybe not rough. They're just doing a different cultural space. And maybe you could recognize that there's a different aesthetic or a different value, a different way of doing things. Maybe that's all. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. That maybe don't be messed up. How far can we get in here, by the way? Let me go back to this airflow because it turns out we have lost our we have lost yet another torch. These torches go out real fast. Have you noticed? Like, they go out really, really fast, which is somewhat distressing. So what I'm going to do right now is start my what do you call it? I'm going to use my word. I'm going to use my storm lantern. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my storm lantern. So let's do that. Let's use the storm lantern because I feel like that might get us somewhere interesting. That's what we're going to do. We're going to just kind of refuel a little bit. We don't have a lot of fuel left, but that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. And okay. Treat theater like the church. They have not been at a church that's service in a free church. That's more like a rock concert. Well, no, a slightly different kind of church service. You know what I mean? Maybe the middle class is bad. Bunch of wannabe riches. So as fast as the working class gets a hold of something the upper classes use to monopolize, it no longer is. Yes, absolutely right. Or in the case of this one, when the middle class wants it, then they say, "Oh, you don't understand it right." Right? Like, "Oh, even though you've been like doing this the entire time, you don't really understand it." So, okay, suffocation risk. What do we have here? Is there a thing I can use? Okay.
Name game.
What do you think? Is there a... What I think we should do is go back, grab that tool, take it with us. And maybe we'll... I don't know if we can do this. Well, we will see what we can do. Hey, Dark Raven. Dark Raven, you just subscribed. I don't know if you know what that means. I don't know if you know what that means. I'm going to tell you what it means. Dark Raven, 177. You now have... Oh, you don't know what it means. Well. Dark Raven. On this channel, when people subscribe, I sing. I also sing when people give tips and bits, also when they follow. Really, if there's any excuse for singing, I will find an excuse for singing. And so, Dark Raven. The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And then I say bow at a B. Then I say the name. Then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Dark Raven, Dark Raven, Dark Raven, but Bark Raven, Banana, Fana, for Fark Raven, Fee, Fi, Mo, Mark Raven. Dark Raven, the name game. Woo! Thank you for that sub, Dark Raven. Woo! Welcome in. It is lovely to have you here. Yay! Let's see. Atomica says, anyways, it's bedtime. Must get some sleep. Good night, Atomica. And by the way, you're totally right about that transition of wrestling from a working class associated sport to a middle class sport and how that has changed people's reaction to it and what that's about. Like, it's totally true what you've said. And like, you can totally see it. It's very interesting. Dark Ribbon says, do you remember our debate about music and books? Absolutely. It was a while ago though, wasn't it? I feel like it was a while ago. Yes, I do remember. How are you, Dark Raven? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back. It was like, I feel like it was a couple years ago. I feel like, oh gosh. Yeah, I feel like it was. Golly gee. Anyway, welcome back. It's been a while. So here's the thing. Do you think we can, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this valve. I'm just gonna take it and see if we can save ourselves with it. It was follow edge. I think it's a. Oh, I don't think I have that command up, but maybe I need it. Okay, we've got a suffocation risk right now. We've got 24 seconds to maybe find. I think we got it. I think we will not die. Is my hope on this one? Quick! Go! Go! Okay.
Won't be able to move that again.
Hello? Am I dying? Okay. I don't think I'm dying. I don't know why. Okay, good. Okay, look at that. So not dead. Just for the record, not currently dead.
Stuck.
Oh, it's stuck. Bummer. But we aren't dead, which I think is probably the most important thing right here, right now. There's a lot of gas over there, which seems like a really interesting place to be, but I bet we can't go there without dying, but we might need to go there to like rush in, see what's happening, and then run back out. I don't know. We might want to just check. If you're watching in browser, you can click your name in chat to see like, okay. DSB says, on the note of civilized behaviors, thank you, civilized. That's a very good word, DSB, because that's often what's going on there, right? The idea of what is and what isn't civilized. Thank you. Okay, let me just I'm going to read this, but I want to just do a quick look to see what's in here. If I can see anything really interesting. Okay, I've got a suffocation risk. Let's look as much. Okay, there's stuff down there that looks very interesting. That looks great, but I don't think we have access to that from here. We're going to walk back out, and we're not going to die, right? We're just going to walk back out and not die. Did I save? I feel like I did. Did I save? Oh, I died. I saved, though, right? I did save. I'm pretty sure I saved. Right. Okay. So that was great. Good to know. Right? Good to know. Let's okay, well, we're in a bit of a pickle because we need this mine gate key. Yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle, y'all. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do it again. I know that we almost died, but I'm gonna just make a quick. We're gonna go in one more time. I realize this is a bad idea. Like, I do see that. I'm aware. But we're gonna just give it, like, we're gonna be a bit more deliberate this time. All right, let's see. On the note of civilized behaviors that are actually cultural behaviors, I know a bunch of people who find the chaotic nature of dim sum traditional Chinese restaurants, where you get your food by shouting at the servers to flag them down and just sort of have to push your way to the host's seating stand, unrefined. But that's just a cultural thing. Yes. All right, so there doesn't look to be anything. We're going to come back out and not die. We're going to just walk back out. Oh, you know what's interesting? It's slower walking back up because I think you are walking uphill. Interesting. Okay, we're going to clear our eyesight, which we just did. That's great. We're going to do it again. Also, we're going to do one more thing. And I think you know. Let's see. I am going to drop... Oh, wait. I'm going to extinguish this. I'm going to drop some of my gear. Not a whole bunch, but I'm going to drop some gear on the ground so that I'm carrying less. Like, I'm going to drop this hatchet. I'll drop my bedroll, this, this. Let's drop maybe also that. We're going to drop something else. We'll drop some of those. So we are now carrying a little bit less for when we sort of rush in and rush back out. So that's going to be our, that's our plan. I have several Taiwanese friends who say that Chinese people, by and large, see waiting in lines as a cultural practice, not a normal moral thing. Cyril says, so wrestling is starting to become middle class. I'm not into it myself, though I find people that do like it quite fascinating as they tell their experience about it. It goes with for classical aesthetics as well as theatrics. Oh, absolutely. But see, now people are sort of seeing, now that kayfabe has been broken for the most part. Oh, wow. Okay.
An air pocket.
Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. All right. We've got to, okay. We clearly have to go deeper into this place. This is our job. Okay. We're going. So kayfabe has been broken. Which is about, like, wrestlers used to pretend like it was all real, and everybody used to also, the audience also used to pretend like they also thought it was all real. And that now everybody is upfront about the fact that it is not all real. And this also seems to happen at the same time as... Okay, I just died. It's interesting. Okay, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about it. Okay. We had a thought, right? And our thought was, I have a thought. My thought right now is that I'm going to have this person sleep just for a little bit. If I can sleep, maybe. Here, because we're a little, we're a little tired. I'm thinking we sleep for like a couple of hours, which will mean that we need to eat some. If we eat some, it'll reduce our encumbrance a little bit. We'll drop a bunch of stuff, and then we'll see if we can like sprint through some of this situation is right what I'm thinking. Let us eat and drink, because we have a lot of beverage. We don't have a lot of food left, to be honest, but we have like an excessive amount of water, which is weighing us down. So just drinking up as much as we can is probably a good thing. I'm also going to save right now. And then we're going to read chat because it makes me less nervous, and then we're going to drop stuff and see how far we can go. Let's see. Iceman says, dim sum is so yummy, I would scream and holler for it. The elevator is locked, so I can't do it. He's doing it, he's dropping stuff. If everyone does, I'd be the loudest. Well, that expect me to get loud. I haven't been to a proper dim sum since before the pandemic. Yeah. 44 kilos is still a lot of load. Yeah, I'm going to try to like drop it down. Air pocket is good. Have you considered the strategy of not doing? I have considered it, but I don't know how I feel about it. Feels boring. Vulpus, psha. Next, you'll be telling me to get good. Ice Money says, 13-year-old me wanted it to be real to scare my bullies that I would become Mrs. Undertaker in the future. Yeah, there was just like a lot of, I remember, we're going to go back to the game. I saved, right? Yeah. We're going to drop a bunch of stuff. I'm going to drop, I wish I had a locker. How far back was that locker, by the way? It's too far back to go. We're going to have to drop it here. Don't like it, but we're going to do it. We're going to drop, I don't want to drop a lot of tools because we might need them. I'm going to drop this. Keep that. Drop this. Keep that. Drop this. What are these? These are gunpowder. We're going to drop all of it. We'll drop the bow. We'll keep the ammo. We will drop... I feel like I've dropped a lot. We're going to keep the can opener. Keep all that. drop this birch sapling. Keep the flares. Drop... I think that's all we'll drop. Yeah, so we're down to 42. Right? So that's pretty good. We're still a tad over, but we're not in the worst part ever. So we're going to save one more time with everything, with all of our stuff on the ground. And then we're going to go. That's what we're going to do. Well, let me see. Will you be able to come back via the elevator? I don't know. I'm really worried about this, right? Because I don't want to drop this stuff, including my sleeping thing, and then not be able to come back. So I'm a little worried about it, but we shall see. I try to be merry, but I look very scary in a holiday dress. Something about the Gandalf beard, but that could be kind of awesome. You could probably pull it off, Volpez. Volpez says, I do have the legs for it. You have a part for the... Yeah, but the problem is I don't have the key. So this is the Long Dark, and the Long Dark has 2 modes. It's got this... mode that a lot of people play, which is basically just survival. You just try to survive as long as possible. And we're playing the other version, which is the... what would you call it? Story mode. There's a story mode as well. And so in the story mode, we're in Canada, in the middle of the frozen tundra, and there's a guy, Mackenzie, and his ex-wife or estranged wife, Astrid, and she asks him to take her... basically, she's like, I need to go and get this medicine to some people. And he's a pilot, so they go, the plane crashes, awkwardly, and they've been separated, and they're trying to survive in the misery of, super terrible Canada. So right now, my Mackenzie has been captured by really violent criminals who've taken over a prison because they want to... the head criminal is a guy, and his son is stuck in solitary, and they want to free him. So I wonder if there was an air pocket there that I missed. I'm probably going to die right about now. Just, or not. Yes. Nope. Missed it. Close. I got much farther. Ooh, I got some beard stuff, by the way. Not for me, but I got some beard stuff. Yeah, so there's a lot of wolves that try to attack you and murder you. That happens quite a lot in this game. That is a thing that happens. How do you find a key if you keep dying? This is a very good question. I have to see if I'm missing something. I really feel like this is the way we have to go, though. And I feel like there is a command. Which one is it? Oh, okay, great. We're going to sprint. There is a sprint command. I know you have to dry your feet. You got to relax. We're going to see how far we can go if we sprint. And maybe... Also, by the way, I should have lit that... Where are we? Did I get turned around? I did get turned around. Oops. Sorry, got turned around. I have to light the lantern. If I light the lantern and I sprint, we might be able to get there. Okay. I could go the other way, but it feels like this is the way to go. So we're going to... Oh, I have not recovered enough of my sprint power. So this means that's bad. But we'll see if this is enough. I think I probably need to recover. We might die. Just for the record, we might die right about now because I probably should have... Oh, how late am I streaming? That's a good question. Probably not too late. Maybe like quarter after. We've got farther than we ever have. Also, we're going to die. I know what we need to do. We need to sprint the entire way. This is it. We have to sprint the entire way. I feel like we try it. And we go. Okay. No, I think there is CR today. It's been a bit of a, there's a bit of a, I think there is. Yeah, so I think there is CR tonight. So probably like a 9:15, I will call it quits and then come back to host Critical Role. Okay. Okay, we're going to try it now. We're going to sprint. We're going to see how far we can get. I don't know what's at the other end of this road, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Hustle. Yeah, so I was just thinking about the ways in which we often demonize and make inappropriate, right? Things that are just cultural differences or class differences and how that's really messed up. I've gotten farther. Oh, look, there's a pocket. There's a pocket. Go. Oh, I was so close. I think if I got there, I would make it. Okay. No, they did not bring hosting back at all. Okay. But what I'll do, right, is I'll open up a chat. What I'm going to do right now is drop a couple more things. I'm going to try to get myself under 40. So let's drop some of this coal. Let's drop all of it. That puts me at 38, which means I'm probably moving faster. It got in the way of running ads. I think that there were people who were, I think it sounded like audience members were complaining, is what it sounded like. Yeah, I'm not dropping those weapons. Not dropping the weapons, because I feel like that would probably be real bad. I'm going to drop this newsprint as well. Let's drop all of the newsprint. That puts me at 36. Let's drop one of our antiseptics. That puts me, it's not great. Let's drop, I've got a bunch of these. Let's drop all of them. Okay, I am under encumbrance at the moment. I'm also going to save. Okay. I'm not super convinced that Twitch looks at complaints. The reason why I think it's that is because because of a couple of things. One, before they got rid of hosting, there was language about... So one of the first things they got rid of was being able to do reruns. You used to be able to do a rerun on easily. You just be like, oh, boop, hit the rerun, and you could like rerun things on your channel. And they got rid of that first. And they got rid of it because they said audience members don't like it when there's a rerun because they feel like they're lied to, because they feel like they thought it was a live thing, but it's a rerun. So they got rid of that. So they got rid of the ability to rerun. But people can still do reruns by just streaming a pre-recorded thing. So then the next thing they did was add a button saying, is this pre-recorded? If so, you should press this button because audience members don't like it if they think it's live, but it's actually not. So make sure you do this. And then when they got rid of there was like a whole thing about, like, they had a whole thing about that, about it's breaking trust with the audience. And then when they got rid of hosting, they said again, audience members don't like it. Audience members feel like they're being lied to if they go to a channel that's not the actual channel. So it seems as if there have been some people who are complaining about things being pre-recorded. It seemed like that's what that's about. Let's sprint. Let's go. No, stand up. Go. So it seems to me like there was some kind of audience thing, and I imagine it's an audience thing that does not involve the kind of video games or RPGs that we play. Probably a very different audience. Here we go. Okay, we did it. We did it. We did it. And we got the gate key. We got the gate key. Useful for accessing deeper areas of the mine. Great. We'll take this key. Oh, hey, letter. Nice. Yeah, my guess would be that it would probably have something to do with ad revenue. I don't think it would, actually. They killed hosting right as they switched to the new ad scheme and the stronger push about running more ads. I don't know. I know this can go this fast. I don't know if it would impact ads at all. And it certainly wouldn't impact the numbers of the streamer, because if I hosted you, you get all the numbers from the host. And so it still counts. Like, they were still counting those views. So I don't think it would impact ad revenue. I do not dislike reruns and hosting. Should just be clear that it is what is going on. It should be pretty easy for Twitch to fix if the streamers play ball. Yeah, I just think that it sounded like they were reacting not to complaints from streamers, but to complaints from audience members who did not like it. Now, the gas, my God, there's some kind of light system rigged up to deliver one of the numbers for the padlock. I have to find a way to reach the right spot on the second floor so I can see it and decipher the number from the flashing light. Oh, the others went on without me. Just need to rest here a while. So there's some kind of light system rigged up to deliver one of the numbers for the padlock. On the second floor. Okay. Let's take this. And let's also take this. And then let's also... what is this about? Also, I don't think I need to have this lantern up right now. But let's see what's up here. Let's clean. What happens if I close it? What happens if I close it? Do bad things happen? What if terrible bad things happen? Oh. Okay, we're running. Wait. We're gonna go back because I had a thought. And it's that I probably need this. So I need to open this. I just had a thought. Sorry. We need to not die. Okay. So my thought is this, right? That I probably need to take this thing off because I think that's the thing that I'm going to need. So what I think I'll do is close it, run back through, because I don't know what closing it does. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it does to close it. Let's also save. Let's also just save. Just save. Yeah. We're gonna, yeah. So I don't know what closing it will do, but I think I need to, can I take this? Can I take this? Yes, I can. So I think we should try closing it and then taking it and running. I don't know what that will do, but I think we should ponder it. And I want to see what chat has to say, because chat might have important things that will like change my life. Let's see. My guess is that some of the sketchier streamers, yes, like the gambling streamers and stuff, would call for donations, and there would not be a live response because it wasn't live. So I agree that it's probably a different section of Twitch user base. Twitch's use. Yeah, I think it probably is a different section of the Twitch user base. I imagine there's something else going on that like, yeah, like that's, I imagine that, right? Anageek says, the only issue I had with reruns was that the following list would show the viewer numbers higher in the list than live channels instead of putting it at the bottom of the list ordered by, oh, that's really interesting. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if people were like upset by that too. Sithel, I appreciate your perspective. So what's interesting about reruns is that when they were doing reruns regularly, people would just rerun, like they would stream like once a week, but then they just rerun things constantly. And maybe it's not great if your entire channel is like full of stuff, but it's not live, right? Like maybe that's not great. So maybe that's one of the things, like I don't, for me, I didn't rerun my streams. right? But I do understand why it might be cool. Like, so Critical Role would rerun their streams, but in a different time zone. Like, they're like, okay, we're rerunning it now, but then we'll rerun it like 5 hours later for the Europeans, or like 8 hours later. They would rerun it a number of hours later for the European zone so that people could watch live and then chat with each other. So that was like a very live chat, and everybody knew it was a rerun. It didn't seem like a big deal. But I can imagine that there would be people who would maybe abuse that and it would be kind of sketch. And then maybe that wouldn't be a great experience. And then hosting was like a really cool way to like have another person's channel, right? Like highlight somebody else's channel, but apparently it must be doing something sketchy as well, right? Again, right? I will say though that there is somebody that I do find, there's some things that I find a little bit sketchy. That so like I'm sort of like siding with Sithel here. There are some things I think are a little bit sketchy. Let's see. Twitch is all about income, so that is why I would say that I think Twitch only listens to complaints if it aligns with things they already want to do or change. Well, I mean, if the user base gets mad, that will affect their income, right? You know what I mean? They made it so difficult to accidentally view a host. At the end, you had to seek out the host and then click on chat to even know they were hosting. Yeah. I wonder what behavior was on the apps. Yeah, I think I need the handle too, Dark Raven. I do. Why close it? Because it started open. That's why. I feel like because it started open, if I close it, it might clear out another area. It's just one of those things. It was like, well, if it started open, then maybe I should close it. Yeah, because it started open, right? Yeah. 9 p.m. to need to go off to Real Board Games. Have a good night, everyone. See y'all. I'll see you tomorrow for Foxhole Friday. Yes. Wouldn't closing it just make the air bad again? The bear's already bad, right? But I think it might make the air good somewhere else. Something about air pressure. It made the non-cleaner areas not be clean air. Yeah, it says clean air valve. So this is the, let's see. Okay, Mercer just tweeted there is an episode tonight, so I'm pretty sure that's all good. There's another thing they could have done was have reruns on a separate tab of the following page. Yeah. Praxis Cypher of Tears started a user voice who tried to get hosting back, but it somehow got deprecated within the first hour. No, the problem is, Scabby Neck, when I looked back, Scabby Neck says, I think you made the air you just ran through good, except that if you look back, it's still bad. Right, so right now this is, when I put this on, it was already open. And this air back here is still bad. So I don't think it gave me more good air. I think the air that I had is still actually not good. So if it and this started open, so my thought is, when I got it, it was open, and usually in video games, you want to change things. So I'm thinking if I change it, it might mean that there's more air pressure somewhere else, which means some other space might be able to be clean that is currently not clean. So this is a thought. So I'm going to try to, it's like as an experiment, right? What I'll do is I will close it, which will fill this whole thing with gas, and then run. Close it, take it, run, and see if that opens up a new area, because it might mean that there's more air pressure somewhere else. No, I don't think I actually changed it, because when I got here, we already had a air pocket here. Yeah, I think it started open, because I didn't actually. I just got here and like this was an air pocket already. So let's see what happens. Yeah, okay, so let's see what happens. Let's close it, take it, and then run. And if it's no good, we come back, right? Easy peasy. And take it. Go. We're running. Oh, I forgot to turn on the lantern, everybody. That's bad. Not great. Because now I can't see. Not great. Oh. Okay. Well, we're going to die because I don't have my lantern on. This was a lantern problem. This was a lantern problem. That was me in a lantern problem. Okay. I will be done by the time you're done.
Come on to my house.
Oh. Come on in my house, come on. Come on in my house, come on. Come on in my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on in my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Boo ba doo ba doo boo boo ba doo ba doo boo boo ba doo ba doo boo ba doo ba doo ba doo. Hello, Raiders. Hawkeye incoming with treats. Welcome in, Raiders. Hawkeye, how are you doing? How are you doing? Was the fence door at the other side the one we were just at? I've got a genie in a bottle. We have a thought, and that is I'm going to have to light this. I believe when we picked this up, it was open. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. We're going to try this one more time. Well, you know, we're going to try it many times. Go. But we couldn't see, so that was our problem. I feel like more areas were up. Go, 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 go. Here we go. Go, 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 go. Don't get stuck. Go, go, go. Here we go. Look. Freedom. We didn't die. Okay. Oh, did you see that? The room moved. Interesting. Okay. Now, I don't know what it means that we did that, but we did do it. But we can now open this door. So, yes, this is where we started from. This is also where all my stuff is. So we are going to pick up all of my stuff.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
And we are going to... oh, hold on. I don't think we need that going right now. Okay. So we're going to pick up everything. I don't know if closing that valve was a good idea or not, but we will find out. Is basically it, right? We will find out when we get there. I just think that since it started open, closing it, and there was nothing else there, do you know what I mean? Like, if it started open and there was nothing else there, that just feels to me like they want me to close it, and that we should. That's just what it feels like. It just feels like a video game situation to me. If that is not the case, then we have a save. We have a save that's over there, and we'll just, we'll just open it again. But although I suppose we'll probably have to do that when we get back. Probably. But oh look, we've got all our stuff back. And we can get through this thing. And we have a doohickey. So Ippingham was probably just making the air pocket that was there. Probably want to make another save now that you got back through. Yes, I do want to make another save. So here's the thing. This one here is where we were at the... Let's not run over that one. Let's run over this one. Yes. Okay. Whew. So here's what's what. I really want to open this door before we leave. Did I talk about all the things that... Oh, hello.
This has to be the way.
Oh. I would like to point out I got to talk about all the things I wanted to talk about. Did I talk about everything? I don't know if I did. I feel like I talked about a lot of things, but I don't know if I talked about everything. Okay.
Cold water.
Look, I know it's cold and we don't have any shoes on. Like, these are all things that are true. Ooh, hey. Suffocation risk. Interesting. Well, everybody, we've got 4 minutes to save the world. Let's see what we can do. let's see when we can stand up. Stand up. Okay, here we go. Move faster. I cannot move fast in this area. Go. Go. We're going to have to think about this a little bit to see if we can get up there. Go. We're going to maybe die. Go. No. So we're going to, oh gosh. Okay. Whew. So, it crashed on me because it was so upset. But that's a sign that we have to go. But at least we learned something. Hey, everybody. So let me see. What's up next? It was like, you got to stop. And I was like, okay, I'll stop. So what's next? Let me see. First off, I want to say thank you, everybody. It's been so long since I've been able to just hang out and chat with you all. So it's been very nice. I will be on my Discord at 10 o'clock when Critical Role starts. We have a chat thread in my Discord where we can watch Critical Role together on our own channels, wherever you got, and then we can chat together about what's happening in Critical Role in my Discord. If you want people to chat with that is not like 60,000 people, so you can hang out and do that. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern on my channel we do not have Traveler. We do not have the Gamblers, Traveler, Pirates of Drynax, because I wanted to make sure the cast got one of these Fridays free because we have these 2 holidays coming up. So we do not have Traveler, but it will be a one-shot. Laugh, Love, Lindy, and I are finally going to go and do the Indie RPG Showdown, which is a game about trying to murder each other. 2-person RPG, and I'm very excited for it. I've got overlays already done and everything like that. So that'll be really fun. So you can watch us tomorrow. Sunday at noon, I will be streaming The Outer Worlds, which I'm very excited about because we have not streamed The Outer Worlds in a while. Also, this game we haven't streamed in a while. And I've got a song I'm going to play in the banjo. I haven't practiced it, but I'm going to play a banjo in the song for you tomorrow, Saturday as well. So Saturday from noon to 3, I'll be streaming here, Eastern, The Outer Worlds. And Sunday is no stream. That's what is that? Oh, is that Christmas? Yeah. Saturday's no stream. Next week, Tuesday, at 7 p.m. Eastern, from 7 to 9, I will be streaming over on DJ Hannah Rad's channel for her 36-hour charity stream. And that'll be really fun. There'll be like a half-hour interview. Then I'm going to do some stuff. And then what's next? I think the next thing will be probably Yes and Sky Wednesday morning at 9 p.m. Eastern, and then more hernias and hypothermia Thursday, and then Traveler, Pirates of Drynax again on Friday. So that's what we've got the next Saturday, but that Saturday is not this Saturday. Your Saturday is the 1st of January, right? Saturday's the 1st of January. Prax, I'm not missing anything, right? Because the 1st of January is your charity stream, which is not this coming week. That's in 2 weeks. I'm not missing anything, right? Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, Showdown RPG with Laugh, Love, Lindy. Yeah, see, I was right. It's not this week, right? Yeah, I was right. Saturday noon. 1st of January is on a Sunday. Yeah. Saturday noon, The Outer Worlds. That's this week. And then next week, Tuesday, which is the 27th, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, I'll be over on DJ Hannah Rad's channel for a charity stream, which is a 36-hour charity stream. And then that Wednesday morning, Yes and Sky. That Thursday, hernias and hypothermia. Friday, Traveler, Pirates of Drynax. That is so it's not next week. It's not this week. We got a while yet. So I have not missed anything for the next 7 days. So that's what we got for the next 7 days from now until then. And Critical Role tonight on my channel. And I am not going to say anything about after that because I've got, keep saying that I was saying that Saturday for Outer Worlds, keep saying The Outer Worlds. Oh, did I? Was I saying The Outer Worlds was on Sunday? What's wrong with me? Why am I insane? The Outer Worlds is Saturday at noon. I'm going to eat some food. I love you all. Expect some excitement, and I will catch you all in the... Prax, do you have a time for tomorrow when you're going to be streaming? Do you have a time? Because Prax said that she might stream tomorrow. Probably during the day sometime to talk about stuff. Prax, do you have a time? Prax may not have a time, but if you did have a time, I'd shout you out right about now if you did. Because you might have a time. I don't know. Thank you all. Oh, you can find the last episode of Traveler has gone live on YouTube by now. Or it might go live in 45 minutes. I can't remember what I schedule it for, but you can find me at YouTube at Trooper SJP, which is an archive of all of this stuff. I might reorganize that. You can find me on Twitter at Academic Foxhole, as long as Twitter still survives. Although I still have a live journal, so I stick around for a long time. You can find me on, there's Patreon, Academic Foxhole at Patreon, which is to go and fund the casts for the show, and also like to get all that other stuff together that we have to support the RPGs on this channel. And if there are other sort of things like that, that will all be that space. And we have a Discord. During the day, probably around 11 a.m. Thank you. So 11 a.m. Eastern, probably around then, you might want to check out Praxagorthus Mephorius channel, because I believe, I'm just going to guess that perhaps Prax will be talking about the new WotC OGL, OGLs in general, SRDs, whether or not you can copyright rules and what that means. So I believe we're going to get some really good Prax stuff tomorrow at 11. So go and check her out as well. That said, take care of yourselves, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Bye, everybody.